Welcome to the Playground of Potential. I'm Matt the Poet, and this is my playground. So today I'd like to talk about an experience that I had months back. I was driving in the car, and all of a sudden I was struck by this overwhelming feeling of grief. And it didn't seem to have a source, so far as I could tell. And I tuned into my inner guidance, and what it said was that I was experiencing the collective grief of the Younger Dryad's impact, where 70 to 90% of humanity was wiped off the planet over 1,000-year span. And only what was left was the survivors. And in order to survive, humanity had to exile the feminine, repress the feminine, in order to fight their way through this long period of environmental calamity. And what we see in today's world is sort of the echo of this trauma that humanity experienced thousands of years ago. From the greed that we see in the West to the war across the world, we see how, as a species, we collectively repress the feminine aspect, the calm, receptive aspect of our nature, our unifying aspect of our nature, in order to survive those thousands of years. And we have been in survival mode essentially ever since. Even though in recent, I say recent, in the last 150 years, we've developed the ability to survive much more easily, right? We have bountiful food, medicine that keeps us healthy. So we're beginning to have to reckon, now that our nervous systems as a collective can begin to settle in this new state of abundance, we have to reckon with everything that happened to us during that traumatized state. All the wars that were created, all the institutes like slavery that were instituted from a faulty perception of the need to survive and the need to dominate in order to survive. And we see in the last however many hundreds of years, we've tried to dominate nature out of this instinctual echo of when nature dominated us. So in this time that we are in right now, we are beginning to have to deal with all the buried emotions, buried experiences of our past, so we can begin to grow and regulate as a species. So I hope this kind of gives you a perspective on why the world seems so fucked up right now, and how the healing journey as a collective is one that we must undertake together in order to bring ourselves into a prosperous time, a time in which we can heal from the wounds of our past and move forward as a species, unified and on the same team, and no longer repressing aspects of ourselves, exiling parts of ourselves that didn't feel safe for thousands of years. So if this message spoke to you, please share it with others. It's one that I feel like has to rise above the noise in order to permeate our consciousness in such a way where we can actually make real change in this world. So in this tender moment, I am sending everyone so much love and I appreciate you being here. And as always, I look forward to sharing more in the future. Till then.